we all belong to the law of nature. So to recognize the law of nature is very important, because once you recognize it, very easily you can maintain your life and you can become a successful person. We all looking for success, and in our personal life, our family life, social life, even a spiritual life, we all looking for success. But our life depend upon this nature. So once you recognize the nature of the life, very easily you can maintain it. Even if something go wrong and something become difficult, hard, it give kind of like a knowledge, not to hold it too personal. So the very first thing that you have to know, this sowing and reaping. So when it comes to this law of nature, so first you have to know what you want. Why? Because according to that, what you get, what you want. So what you sow, you reap. If you have a desire to become somebody, you have to invest your life regarding that matter. Then you can get it. So what you think, you receive back. So the very first thing, sowing, what you sow, you reap. If you plant a mango, you get a mango. If you plant an apple tree, you get an apple. So like that, if you have a good intention, as a result you get the good. But in case if you have a greed, hatred, or the delusion inside you, with your bodily, verbally and mentally action, so whatever the result going to come related with that, same going to be like it come with the ingredients, greed, hatred, or the delusion. Why? Because that is the ingredient you invest. There is no way that putting greed, hatred, or the delusion, you can bring back loving kindness, generosity, or compassion, wisdom. So then if you look for loving kindness, compassion, wisdom, love, empathetic joy, serenity, peace, harmony, so then you have to nourish your bodily, verbally and mentally action regarding that qualities. Then you can get it. So the very first law is what you sow, you reap. And the other thing is the timing. So you have to be very careful with the timing. Why? This whole life belong to the time. It's not belong to us. This life belong to the time. So when you going to sow, you have to follow the seasons. If you sow something in a wrong time, you cannot get the result. So if you look for something, when you want to look for, if you look for success, always remember, time is very important for your action. Another thing is the place. So you cannot sow in the wrong place and get the good result. You have to find the right place to do it. In America, or in a business, they are saying there are 3 things you have to follow. 3 rules. One is location, second one is location, third one is location. So location, location, location. The place is very important. So the time, So when you sow, you have to follow the seasons, and another thing is the place. So the fourth quality, that what you sow, in that very moment you cannot reap. When you plant a tree, the very next day you cannot get the fruits. You have to wait. You have to be patient. And otherwise, it make you disappointed. So then you have to have this knowledge with your bodily, verbally, and mentally action. The very next day you cannot get the result sometimes. You have to wait. You have to learn to wait. That is something very hard to do, but you have to do it. Like when you plant a coconut tree, to get the result, you have to wait, like in the beginning, 5 to 8 years. And the tree go to the peak level of production is like 15 to 20 years. And like mango, orange, apple trees is 3 to 4 years is a start to give the result. So you have to plant a tree, and then you have to wait. Like your actions, especially when you want to become a successful person, only thing you have to keep doing and learn to wait. Just always don't look for the result. Like a very, very simple example, some people want to reduce the weight, and every day they measure the weight to be happy themselves. But you cannot analyze that way. Just doing exercise today is not going to reduce your weight tomorrow. Even though you feel kind of like it reduce, it's not going to be like that. At least after 3 months you have to measure your weight, and then you can see. So you have to wait. Only thing is you have to keep doing. And another thing is that always more than you sow, you can reap. So like that, when the time comes, the result come more than you think. Maybe one word can affect to huge amount of people. And maybe you saying one word, maybe as a feedback, you're going to hear a lot of words. And maybe you claim, oh, I did a very little thing. Why you giving hard time to me like this? See, the little action can bring a lot of reactions. So same like you just plant one seed, but when it going to give the result, it become more multiply the action. So our bodily, verbally, and mentally action the same. So in the deeper level, with the greed, hatred, or the delusion, if you say one word, if you do one action, if you have a one thought, and remember, it's going to multiply. And in quantum physics, it says the one exhalation that you make and start to accumulate more air in a far away in another country, it can create a tornado. The same like one thought, if the greed or the hatred or the delusion, that thought can accumulate a lot of thoughts around you and create a huge impact. The good, the same. When you have a good thought, and it also has the same power, it can accumulate a lot of good thoughts. and bring a huge impact. So then remember yourself. Don't leave something thinking it is a small. So always the whatever you do, little good things, and can bring lot of good action, reactions, result. The other one of the most important thing, when you sow, the part of it going to disappear. Wild animal come and start to eat. So then you have to take care it. You have to maintain it. You have to protect your dream, your desire, your life, your effort. You have to protect always. Why? Because like wild animals, even the nature, natural disasters, even without any reason, things can disappear. Even when you have a desire, somebody come and tell, oh, don't do this. And you very easily, maybe without any reason, you want to give up. So like the good farmer, when they sow, they protect it, take care it, maintain it. But what the mistake most of time we does, when the wild animal comes and eat little bit of what we sow, we forget entire paddy field and we start to run behind the wild animals and we leave the field. So when you have dream, desire, goal, idea, what happens when sometimes when other people disturb, or even the other things disturb, other thought disturb, you leave your field and start to run behind the whatever the things that make a disturb. So remember, never get disturbed from anything until you finish your goal, until you attain to your success. It doesn't matter in your personal, your family, your social, your spiritual path. You have to stay in the path without getting disturbed if you want to become successful. So these are law of nature. It's not belong to anybody. It's not belong to any dharma. It's belong to the nature. Dharma means the nature. It is not a religion. So then remember yourself. You belong to the dharma. So once you understand it, you can have a very comfortable, successful life.